So we only have one x term, so we go ahead and solve. So the 11 gets moved over. And yes, we divide out the 4. All right, but we still have not gotten to x. So you need to do one more step. How do we go from x squared to x?
Square root.
Square root. So we'll take the square root of both sides. And we do that because we know that the square and the root will cancel each other out. So we would end up with our x, which is what we wanted. Now, however, over here we still have those two answers, right? We have the positive and we have the negative. So this would be the positive and negative square root of 12. Whenever you are working with square roots, you must always make sure you have simplified it down as much as you can. So I'm going to take a look at that square root of 12, and I'm going to ask myself, do I have any perfect squares still inside that thing? Yes, I do. I have a 4. I have a 4 times a what? 4 times a 3. So I'm going to break my 12 into its factors. I'm not breaking them into just any factors. I'm breaking them into the factors that give me my perfect square. Okay? If you're just going to just use any numbers, it's not going to work. It always has to be a perfect square. So then I can go further with that. So I know the square root of 4 is what? 2. So I do plus or minus 2, and I can't do anything with my square root of 3, so he stays in. So there's my answer. Remember, you have two answers. You have the positive 2 square root of 3, and you have the negative 2 square root of 3. Okay, let's do this one. 4x squared minus a 20 equals a 5. Okay. What observation do you note here?
The other side will end up being square roots on either side.
Well, let's wait until we divide. Hold on. All right. So again, this is a case where we only have one x term, right? So we'll go ahead and isolate it. So the 20 will be moved, right? Yes. Yes, plus, yes. We move that 20 over as a plus, so that would give us 25. And then we're going to do what? Divide by 4. All right. So we have an x squared equals a 25 over 4. And now what are we going to do? We don't want x squared, we want x. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to take the square root. So the root and the square cancel, so we get x equals. Now remember, we put our plus or minus. Okay, can I do anything on the right side? 25, square root of 25. These are perfect squares, right? So we would end up with a 5 over a 2. Yes, you are correct. Thank you. Yes, final answer. You have two answers, right? You have the positive 5 over 2, and you have the negative 5 over 2. So you still have you're still getting those two roots.